Hello, this is Dr. James O. Webb. In this video, we'll cover the installing, configuring, and deploying of Apache Pig 16.0. This video is part of a series of videos that I'm developing in regards to Hadoop. The first video was installing Ubuntu 16.04 on a virtual machine, followed by another video which was Hadoop single node cluster on Ubuntu. This is the agenda that we'll be following today. We'll first do the installation, configuration, then deployment of Pig. To start, we'll go into our virtual machine, our virtual box, which has our virtual machines. And then again, this is a part of a series of videos, so you might want to watch one of the earlier videos if you are not familiar or don't have Ubuntu already and Hadoop already loaded on your system. Okay, we're going to be using this virtual machine. And we'll wait for it to get set up. Again, this virtual machine has a full copy of Hadoop installed as well as Ubuntu. Okay, to get started, let me just get rid of this bar up here. Okay, and then we'll start off by logging in. Now, one of the first things we're going to need to do in preparation for this is we're going to get the script. The script is included in the video down at the bottom, and we'll bring that up and use that for the purpose of this video. Okay, as explained during the previous video on how to use your shared folders, I've already taken the script file that we're going to be using, and I've uploaded it into my shared folder. So let me go ahead and show you here. I'm using shared folder 3, and this is the one we're going to be using, the pig install script. Okay. All right. So I'll start off by using my text editor. Let's open that file up. Open. And in my shared folder, install pigs, Apache Pig install steps 2. It's the one we're going to open. And these are the commands that we're going to be using. Okay, and the instructions we're using. Like we did on the last video, we have to dual use this screen. So let me open this up as far as I can here, and we're going to bring it up to about here for our instructions. And therefore we use the bottom part of the screen for terminal. We'll now open up our terminal. And let's set it up. Open it up to about here and bring it down. Okay, oops, made it too big. Okay, that should be enough. Move it over just a little bit. Okay, the first thing we're going to be doing is, as a minimum, again, these are step-by-step instructions for installing Apache Pig 16.0 on a Hadoop 2.73 single node cluster, and the operating system that we're using is Ubuntu 16.04. At a minimum, these are the requirements we need at the time of this video. Again, it's very easy to make the modifications as new releases are coming out. In order to do a clean install, it's recommended we just go ahead and make sure all our services are for Hadoop are set up. So let's first start off by we're going to restart the SSH service. So just like in the previous videos, we'll just copy our command. Copy. And we'll right click, paste, and hit enter. Put in our password for authentication. Okay, our services had just restarted. Let's make sure that Hadoop is running. So the command to run Hadoop is start-dfs.sh and hit enter. Okay, it's logging into our name node and data nodes. Okay, now let's go ahead and start yarn. So we're going to copy this command. Press enter. And then finally, we're going to run JPS. I'll just type that one. So much easier. All right, everything is operational as far as with Hadoop. So let's scroll down. And our next set of commands, step 2. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the screen. Clear. So all right. Next, from here, we're going to extract the pig file. Or we have to first go get the pig file. So the first step up here is we need to go to the Apache pig website and download this particular file. It's a tar file, it's a binary file. Or you can use whatever one is equivalent at the time of this that you're doing it. So I'll go in the Fox browser. Okay. It's having problems. Let's see. Let's see if we can still go out there. Let me close it. Okay. Apache. You can say Apache Pig, but I know the address, so it's we'll just say Apache Pig. It'll be the top one that comes up on our search results. Apache is www.pig.apache.org. So we'll go there. From here, we're now going to be looking for our downloads. So let's see. Okay, our downloads will be here in our release pages. And then we can just select download. And these are all the different downloads. Tells you a little bit about the downloads that are available. And I'll just say download or release now. And we'll select, you can go from any of these mirror sites. So I'll just select this one. The one we're going to go for is right here, pig.0.16.0. And now, here's the difference. Pay very close attention here. This top one is a source file. We don't want that. We want the binary file. So go for this one, is 16 meg or 169 meg. So let's go ahead and select that one. And now it asks us, how do we want to take it? We want to have it as a complete file. We're going to have the saved file. We're going to put it on our desktop in a minute. We're going to first go in our download directory, and then we'll put it into our, let's see, well, it's, how much longer it's going to take. It said 1 second. All right, this download is now ready. So we'll go ahead and select it. All right, it's now sitting here. And what I want to do is I want to move it into our desktop. So first, let me go ahead and close this. We don't need that anymore. And I can close this as well. So I'm going to go into the file manager. And from the file manager, I'll go to my downloads. And here's the file we just did. And I'm going to go ahead and move it over into our desktop. Yep. Into the desktop. And so it's now sitting on our desktop. We can close it here. And again, you can view it just by clicking on the desktop just to see. and there's pig sitting there on the desktop. So now we'll close. All right. Now that we did that, the next thing we need to do is we need to go to the our desktop. So I'll just type change directory to desktop. And you can see, you want to see what file you're in, or what files or directories are in this where you're currently sitting. Just type ls. It'll show you. You see now desktop here. This is where we're going to be going. So I can just type cd space then desktop, capital DSKTTOP. So now we're in our desktop. And now while we're in the desktop, the next thing we need to do is we're going to need to extract that file. So we'll copy it here, and I'll paste it in on the command line and press enter. It'll go through, it'll do all the extractions. Okay, it's done. Next, I need to create a library, a pig library. So what I'll do is we copy this command. We're just going to make a directory for that pig, and right click, say paste, press enter. Okay, we made the directory. Next, now we need to move this file into the pig directory. So we highlight this command, copy, and we'll say paste, and okay, we did. It's asking for the password. All right. Oh, try it again. All right. So it just moved pig into that directory. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Now that we've made our directory, now, and then that was this command here. We made the directory. Now what we need to do is we need to move our file into that directory. Copy that command. And paste. Okay. Now just move that file into that directory. The next thing we need to do is we need to set the pig home path in the bashrc file. Now, well, we need to edit the bashrc file in order to add this the following. Let me show you. Let me roll this down a little bit so we have it available. We're going to edit the bashrc file, and then we're going to add these two lines in there at the end of the file. So the first step is we're going to use nano to edit that file. It's got all our environmental variables in there. Okay, now watch for the blinking cursor, and we're going to use that, and we're going to go to the end of the file, and you'll see the other export variables down there. There. And now we're just going to add these two lines. So I'll copy these two lines. Put them in here. Paste. All right. Just kind of clean things up a little bit. Let me just go ahead and get rid of that space. It's doesn't make a difference. But now to exit, you're going to go Control X and then Y, or watch Control X, and then you're going to answer with yes. You want to save it, and then press enter for that file. Okay. We've now saved and ran it. The next thing we need to do is to run that bashrc file. Copy. Right click, paste into that. Okay, now the environmental variables are updated, and it's now run. Now that was the last we had to do. The next thing you need to do in order to run pig is we'll now just type pig Now, once you've run it, you'll notice that the command line now changes to grunt, and it's from here in which we'll start doing all of our pig scripts. Okay, to exit out of pig, all you do is type quit, and we're back. Okay, that concludes the installation, configuration, and deployment of pig. This is Dr. James O. Webb. Goodbye.